الأولين والآخرين. Disturb me this one. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام الأتمان الأكملان على محمد رسول الله سيد الأولين والآخرين وإمام الأنبياء والمرسلين والشافع المشفع يوم الدين وعلى آله الطيبين وأزواجه الطاهرات أمهات المؤمنين وصحابته الغر الميامين ومن استنى بسنته واهتدى بهديه إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد. حياكم الله, my dear brothers and sisters, to this continuing sessions of the explanation of durusul muhimmah لعامة الأمة for Imam Abdul Aziz ibn Abdullah ibn Baz rahimahullah. Today we are with the fifth pillar of Iman. قال رحمه الله تعالى الإيمان باليوم الآخر واليوم الآخر, and it is to believe in the last day. And this day is called last day because there is no any other days after him. Meaning the day of resurrection is called the day of resurrection or Yawm al-Qiyamah. So there is no any other days after it. It's one day, time is open, endless. So it is not like these days in the dunya. Each day is 24 hours, half of it in the day and half in the night. That is open. Today we have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. And the day of resurrection, it's only one day. It's a permanent life, And people in the Jannah, they do not sleep for tiredness and rebuilding their energy. If they sleep, they don't need night. Because today in the dunya, we need the night for the body functionings. There are some operations, body operations that could be only done in the night, and others which could only be done in the day, here in this dunya. But in the akhirah, no, the body does not need anything of that. So the sleeping is going to be a joy, whether the day at any time. There is no day and night. So whenever the one wants to rest, to sleep, not rest by meaning of rest, because rest means it was preceded by tiredness. But it is joy. Whatever the person wants to do in the Jannah as a joy, he can do any time, any moment. So that's why it is called Al-Yawm al-Akhir, the last day. Meaning no days after that. No days after that. Yes, we have Yawm al-Jumu'ah. Yeah, we have the day called Jum'ah, Friday. But again, there are no days as days. It's the last. It's the last. No end to that life. No end to that life. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 4, about the Iman in the last day, that it is part of the Iman. والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون. And those who believe in what been revealed to you and that which was revealed before you, and they are certainly believing of the akhirah, of the hereafter, of the hereafter. So that is the اليوم الآخر. اليوم الآخر, to believing in اليوم الآخر must يعني must have the belief in the resurrection after death, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala affirmed that in the Quran, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that in surah, in many surahs, like in surah Al-Waqi'ah, in surah Qaf, in surah Taghabun, in surah Al-Mu'minun. Like in surah Taghabun, Allah ta'ala said in ayah 7, زعم الذين كفروا أن لن يبعثوا. Those who disbelieved claim that they are not going to be resurrected. قل بلى, say, O Muhammad, no, it is not like that. Nay, meaning to confirm. وَرَبِّي لَتُبْعَثُونَ. By my Lord, you are going to be resurrected. And Allah Ta'ala said in Surah Al-Mu'minun, ayah 15 and 16, ثُمَّ إِنَّكُمْ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ لَمَيِّتُونَ. And then after that, after your life today in this dunya, you're going to die. Is there anyone who's not going to die? No one is not going to die. Everyone is going to die. So those who are going to die, definitely they are going to be resurrected again. Definitely. They are going to be resurrected once again. It cannot be created dying and then that's it. No, there must be a purpose of this life. And this purpose must be judged whether it was done rightly or wrongly, fully or partially. And then based on this judgment, the reward, how much to be given of pleasure and how much to be given of punishment, you know. So this is a must. And Iman in the day, in the last day, also include the Iman of the judgment. If one disbelieves that there in the judgment, that there is no judgment, just people are going to be resurrected and enter the Jannah, that is then incorrect Iman. Incorrect Iman. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Ghashiyah, ayah 25 and 26, Inna ilayna iyabahum, thumma inna alayna hisabahum. Then indeed to us their return, and then indeed upon us is their reckoning. So people are going to have the reckoning, are going to be questioned of what they did, why they did it, and if and of that which they did not do, why they did not do. Everything, as this poetry said, وَلَوْ أَنَّا إِذَا مِتْنَا انْتَهَيْنَا لَكَانَ الْمَوْتُ غَايَةَ كُلِّ حَيٍّ وَلَكِنَّ إِذَا مِتْنَا بُعِثْنَا وَنُسْأَلُ بَعْدَهَا عَنْ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. If it is that when we die, we finish, then death would be the goal hoped by every living existence, by every living creature. But the reality is, when we die, we are going to be resurrected, and we will be questioned of everything that we done in this dunya. And also Iman in the day of resurrection includes the Iman, the belief in the resurrection itself, in the intercession that happens on that day, many intercessions. But the main one is the intercession of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, as in the long hadith of intercession, when the people be waiting for thousands of years, standing naked, barefooted, and the sun is only a mile away from their heads, and the sweat is going to go based on the deeds, as high as the deeds of everyone to everyone. And the people will be very scary, very scared, very tired, suffering of that long standing. No one can sit, no one can rest, no one can sleep, no one can drink, no one can eat, and they are all waiting and worried. So they go to Adam alayhi salam, asking him to intercede before his Lord to just begin the reckoning. But Adam says, no, I have done a mistake, and I feel shy, and I feel shame to ask Allah after that, after he forgave me. Go to Nuh, he's the first messenger. They go to Nuh and he says, no, I have done something which I cannot ask Allah after it to to give me anything else. And then he says, go to Musa, he is Kalimullah, he's the one who Allah spoke to him directly. They come to Musa and Musa says, no, I'm not for it. Go to Isa, the word of Allah and the spirit that Allah blown into Mary. So they come to Isa and Isa says, no, I'm not for it, but go to Muhammad. And then they come to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who says, I am for it. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that in the Quran, as when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Allah ta'ala said, as in Surah Al-Isra, ayah 79, عسى أن يبعثك ربك مقاما محمودا, that your Lord might arise you in a very praiseworthy situation. That is the day of resurrection, the intercession. And in the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said that every prophet was given a single supplication, single da'wah that is promised to be given, fulfilled, responded to. And every prophet used his da'wah against his people, except me. I saved it for my ummah on the day of resurrection. So that is the meaning of the praiseworthy position that Allah going to put Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in when people give up hope of any prophet that going to intercede for them for the reckoning to start. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, yes, I am for it, I am for it. And then he comes to the throne of Allah and prostrate therein, and Allah will let him know at that moment words of praising Allah that none of his creation ever known before that moment, including Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and Jibreel. And he will praise Allah for long. Allah knows best how long, years, decades, centuries, Allah knows best, but it is long. Then Allah says to him, "O Muhammad, raise your head, ask, you will be given, intercede, your intercession will be accepted." So then he intercedes for the reckoning to start, and then he will be given a number of intercessions other than that one main one that is for whole creation. But there are other intercessions for only his ummah. Some of those who were Abu Tawheed, but for their bad deeds, they were put in fire. He will intercede for them to be taken out of the fire before they finish their period. And others who are in the fire permanently, but the Messenger ﷺ will intercede for them to reduce their punishment. And that is his uncle Abu Talib, as he ﷺ said. And that some of the people will enter the Jannah, but their deeds are little, so they will be in lower ranks. So he will intercede for them to go higher ranks. And others who he will intercede to enter the Jannah without reckoning and like that. So anyway, anyway, that day will have the intercession. So we have to believe in that. And from the belief in the hereafter is to believe in the lake of the Prophet ﷺ. And every prophet has a lake for his own ummah. Only his ummah comes to that lake to drink. But the lake of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is the biggest and the best. The biggest and the best. Why the biggest? Because as he ﷺ said, half of the people of the Jannah are from this ummah of Muhammad ﷺ. And the other half is for the other, all other nations. There are, Allah alam, how many nations? There are many, many nations. Allah alam, how many? Because Allah sent 124,000 prophets, 325 messengers. Allah knows best. Maybe 325 nations, Allah alam. We cannot guarantee, but as long as there is 325 messengers, possibly to be 325 ummahs of those messengers. But anyway, the Prophet ﷺ definitely is going to have the best and the biggest lake, which is 1 month walk length, 1 month walk width. That is how big it is. And the cups of it is as much as the number of the stars in the heavens. Millions, billions, billions. And its water is sweeter than honey and whiter than milk. Whoever drinks only one sip of it, just one sip, will never ever find thirst. Although the sun is is a mile over his head, but yet no thirst. Khalas, finished. His throat will be wet, his liver will be wet. His liver will be wet. And that is something we have to believe. It's not a choice. It's not a choice. We have to believe in that. And also from the belief of the last day is the belief in the scale which has 2 sides. And one side will be for the good deeds, one side will be for the evil deeds. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَنَضَعُ الْمَوَازِينَ الْقِسْطَ لِيَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ. As in Surah Al-Anbiya, ayah 47, وَنَضَعُ الْمَوَازِينَ الْقِسْطَ, and we will put the scales of justice in the day of resurrection. فَلَا تُظْلَمُ نَفْسٌ شَيْئًا. So no soul, not a single soul, will be oppressed of anything. وَإِنْ كَانَ مِثْقَالَ حَبَّةٍ مِنْ خَرْدَلٍ. Even if it is as much as a seed of a small seed. أتينا بها وكفى بنا حاسبين. We will bring it for him or against him, and sufficient is us as counters. So we have to believe in the scale. Allah Ta'ala said, فَأَمَّا مَنْ ثَقُلَتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا هِيَ نَارٌ. As for he, the one whose scale of good deeds will be heavy, and the scale scale of good deeds will be heavier than the scale of bad deeds. So he is in a very pleasant life. As for he, the one whose scale of hasanat will be light, that means the other side of the scale, which is the the scale of the wrong deeds, heavier. Then his mother is the deep, hollow, hawiyah. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا. What makes you to know what it is? نَارٌ حَامِيَةٌ. It is indeed very heated fire. And also to believe in the books of the records of deeds that they are going to be given, and they are going to be given. Allah Ta'ala mentioned them in the Quran. Everyone is going to be given his book, as Allah Ta'ala said, وَكُلَّ إِنسَانٍ أَلْزَمْنَاهُ طَائِرَهُ فِي عُنُقِهِ ونخرج له يوم القيامة كتابا يلقاه منشورا اقرأ كتابك كفى بنفسك اليوم عليك حسيبا. Allah Ta'ala, اقرأ كتابك كفى بنفسك اليوم عليك حسيبا. Allah Ta'ala said, and every mankind, we have given him his destiny in his neck. Meaning, when he was in the womb, Allah wrote all what he is going to do, all what this person is going to do. Not as Allah is forcing him, no, but Allah wrote what Allah knows of this person in his future. Now, and Allah said, وَنُخْرِجُ لَهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ كِتَابًا. And on the day of resurrection, we will expose for him a book. Book of what? The records of his deeds that he used to do in the dunya. يَلْقَاهُ مَنْشُورًا. It will be given to him widely open to read. And then it will be said to him, اقرأ كتابك. Read your book yourself. اقرأ كتابك كفى بنفسك. Read your book. Sufficient for you is yourself to be the judge. You judge now. You tell us where we should put you. In the fire or in the paradise. And then Allah Ta'ala said, so no one comes and say, oh, but Allah already told me that he has written it on my neck when I was a baby in the womb, a baby in the womb. La, he told you, man ihtada, فإنما يهتدي لنفسه. He who is guided, then he is guided for himself, to benefit himself. ومن ضل فإنما يضل عليها. And as for he, the one who gone astray, then he is misguided upon himself. What does that mean? You have the choice. As Allah Ta'ala said, وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ. We shown him the two ways, the way of good and the way of evil, the way of the Jannah and the way of the fire. So he is the one who chooses. He's the one who to choose. وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. And none will be tortured for the sin of others. وَمَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا. And we will never be torturing people until we have sent them a messenger. Like, what is the duty of the messenger? To guide them, to show them, to bring them the rules and evidences of all that which is good and liked by Allah, and all that which is evil and disliked by Allah. And the choice is theirs. Now, so this is also from believing, and also to believe in the sirat, the path, which is built upon Jahannam, as Allah Ta'ala said in Surah Maryam. Allah Ta'ala said, وَإِن مِّنكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا كَانَ عَلَى رَبِّكَ حَتْمًا مَقْضِيًّا. Allah Ta'ala said, and none of you, none of mankind and jinn, except that they are going to go on Jahannam. They are going to visit Jahannam. How? Some will visit by crossing over it only. And some will visit by getting into it. And some of those who are getting into it are going to abide therein forever. And some going to just stay for a short while and leave. And some of those who are crossing only, all of them are going to find the heat of Jahannam. But some of them are going to cross it as fast as the thunder. As the lightning. And some are going to cross it as fast as the wind, and some as fast as the fastest horse, and some going to go as fast as the fastest runner of men, and some are going to go as one who walks, some who crawls, and like that. But they are all going to cross it. These groups all going to cross it. But why different in speed? Based on the deeds. Those who have more bad deeds, then they are going to suffer of the heat because they are going to go slow. And the sirat itself, the path itself, is very thin. It's thinner than a piece of hair, one piece of hair, and sharper than the sword, which is sharpened very well. And it is slippery, and it has hooks that hooks people into Jahannam. And this snatching by the hooks is not just random. La. Every hook knows who to snatch, not just happening out of sudden. So this is how we should believe in the hereafter. May Allah Ta'ala make us from the good believers, and may Allah protect us with this belief from falling into Jahannam on the day of resurrection, and make us from those who their belief protect them from being prevented from drinking from the lake of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and make our iman a cause of us to gain the intercession of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and make us all from those who enter the Jannah without any reckoning and nor any punishment. Wallahu a'lam. Wa sallallahu wa sallam wa barak ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.